Hello everyone, so I thought I'd give you a few updates and insights since my last update. Just before I went on holiday, I assembled my 19-inch sidecar and connected everything with several multi-core cables. The tangle of cables in my old studio had increased dramatically. On the other hand, this was also due to the fact that my old studio has grown over time. First, I planned all the connections between my patch base and mixers in an Excel spreadsheet. Then I would print out the plan and make checkpoints to see if the connections were working or if anything needed to be adjusted, like the channel setting on the old mixer. I was able to save a lot of cables and really optimize a lot of the wiring. I also ordered some of the new cables, for example shorter ones, to optimize everything I could. Another rather simple but effective improvement I've made in my studio is to secure the cables with cable ties. I know it sounds obvious, but especially with the multi-core cables, I make sure that I can just adjust and move things around without having to disconnect other connections. So to sum up, after moving to a new home, I have been on holiday, spending time in Slovenia and Spain, so I have almost no money left. But what really annoyed me when I come back home from holiday is the fact that my studio was not really in shape to record new music. So the reason for this is that it is not really a balanced sound environment, to be honest. And I have to deal with some serious acoustic problems, and as you would expect from such a room like this. And as a result, I took the few euros I had available and invested into material to build my first DIY acoustic absorbers. I have to tell you that I was really blessed with my old room. Not just because I had more character than this one, of course, but also because of the acoustic character. The sloping walls and the carpet were really a blessing in terms of the acoustics, and I don't want to bother you with all the details about the acoustics of my new room and how I built my panels in detail, but if you see, I followed just some of the very popular DIY videos you can find on YouTube. And so yes, I was using ROV and a mini DSP UMIC-1 microphone, I hope I pronounced that correctly, to basically measure my room. But on the other hand, it was really obvious to discover also the challenges of my room using Ableton's built-in test tone, which allows you to easily adjust the amplitude and frequency and shift them around back and forth. So building my new panels was fairly straightforward, with most of the materials sourced from our local DIY store. I only ordered the rock wool online to avoid fiddling around with this in my car. The dimensions of my 6 panels are also based on the main dimensions of the rock wool, which is basically 65 by 100 centimeters and 10 centimeters deep. I also built a simple main frame and added another frame on top with super thin wood just to save weight. And next I decided to use supernatural cotton for the fabric. The reason for this is that I wanted something light and not the usual dark material that you see in most videos. And another reason is that I can make sure that I have the same material available in the future, as I can buy it from other suppliers. Talking about rock wool, you might call me a little bit overprotective, but I remember having a lot of bad experiences with it as a teenager when we were renovating my parents' house. I really hate it, but I was not prepared to invest into more expensive material. Since these are my first absorbers, I rather try to gain some more experience with the absorber journey rather than believing that this is the final setup. And finally, you can see me in the studio setting up the panels. I'm trying to cover all the first reflection points as well as some other surfaces that seem to be obvious to me. I've been trying to place them so that I can sit and stand up, as now I have a standing desk. The next step will be to prepare my desk so that it can be raised and lowered, and to mount the monitor speakers on the desk. But first I wanted to make sure that the acoustics were acceptable. Alright, so that's it for the summer update, and I plan to have regular updates again in the near future. So please leave me a comment in the video sections if you have any tips, ideas or things you would like to see improved. And don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my journey. Talk to you soon. Bye.